Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's been a long time that I don't do a plan with me video, and I just wanted to take you with me, bring you guys with me to plan this week. I am planning during the weekend. That's usually when I do it. I usually like to do it during Saturdays. This is a Sunday, but I decide to plan the week today and just taking my time because I have a lot of things to do. I have a lot of books that I would like to just take care and make sure that I am planning carefully. We haven't started all our new materials. We are still working with some of the old materials, but most of them we start already. I will be sharing with you guys how things are being going and what we've been doing. So bear with me, grab your cup of coffee, tea, anything you would like to drink. And if you would like to plan along with me, that's okay. You can just hear me while I am planning, and you can do the same as well. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emma. Today I want to bring you with me to just share another day of planning with you guys. This is a very rainy day. It's a cloudy day. It's you name it. It's not the best day to record a video planning. If I notice that the light is lacking a lot, I will be just turning my ring light, but I would like to just keep it like that, very natural. Since the planner has a very nature theme to it, I would like to just leave it like this. This is not the planner that I was intended to use. I was having in mind another planner, actually one created by me. I think I gave you a peek a while ago on my Instagram, and I had some issues with the printer because it's a new printer. I don't know how to work very well with my printer yet. And I couldn't do what I was wanted, but it's there, so I will leave it like that until now. So I am using Homeschool Lesson Planning Minimalist Notebook. This is the planner that I used the previous year, and is this one, all laminated, spiral bound. This year I decided not to do the same thing and see how it goes. I can see already that it's bending a little bit, it's detaching a little bit from the corners. I didn't like that as much, but I noticed that I spent quite a lot by just having them cut and spiral bind the planner, as well just adding these laminating sheets to the front cover. And I was like not in the mood to spend that much money for this year, so I decided just to leave it the way it is. I might regret it, I might change my mind and decide to spiral bond it. So far I will leave it like that. So I would like to start planning our week. And if you notice, I have some blank pages in here because again I was using another planner. So I decided to purchase this planner at the last minute when I realized that I was getting a little bit not to where I wanted to be when it comes to planning. I do like to plan ahead. If you don't enjoy planning ahead, that's fine. You do what is best for you, what is best for your family. I do like to plan ahead because it gives me peace of mind, and that's what I like to do. Bottom line, I will like what it works best for my family. No offense to anybody, okay? Here I have the weekly overview. And the weekly overview, I just like to use it exactly for that. I would like just to add in here how I think things are going to work or might work, or how I want things to be happening, the things that I would like to add, the things that I would like to just maybe have in mind when we are doing certain material. So that's what you're going to be seeing. Now I have in here the weekly study planner. This is a schedule of how we're working in our homeschool. So you notice that 5:45 to 6:15 a.m. we usually are up, especially me at this time. I should be already up. It takes a little bit more of time, but by 6:15 we should be already completely done with everything we need to do, meaning hygiene, brushing teeth, hair, dress, breakfast, whatever we need to do in regards to that should be done at 6:15 a.m. At 6:15 a.m. is the period where I need to be ready already to have everything complete as I work outside. So that's around that time. Prior that, I like to take my time, read the Bible. Sometimes I am not able to read it during the morning, so I am not going to come here and say that every day I wake up at that same time and I read my Bible, because I wouldn't be honest, correct? So sometimes I don't have the time. My mind just gets busy, and for some reason my mind is always busy even when I am sleeping. So no matter what, I always read my Bible, whether it is in the morning or during the evening when I have a quiet time. Okay, so that's what happens during this time. At 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. he can do Bible, fix the grammar, or cursive, because he's doing that. He can do that on his own. Now I should scratch out cursive because, well, I will explain that eventually, but he's doing cursive in a different way. Okay, but he's still being able to just do the cursive. Now he can do fix the grammar independently. Usually we do the learn it section together, and then after that he can work on his day the way that he can work independently, correct? And then after he's done, then I come and review whatever he has done. Bible is something that he does with me, and we do while we are car schooling. So I just grabbed this book. This is the book that we're doing currently. Is If I Could Ask God Anything. Let me tell you, I do recommend this book. It has some good information, and it's been really good to us. We are already at the end of this book, so this will be our last week. And we are going to start with our new program. You're not going to see that yet, but you will see that we will start next week with this new program. I have a video where I just show you guys that new program. I will be giving you eventually a flip through the pages or look through the pages, however you want to call it, so I can share with you the reasons why I decide to go with that program, but as well so you can see how it works. Now, from 10:30 a.m. to 12, we have reading, spelling, and math. Okay, and this is on Monday. He will have at 12 p.m. lunch. 1 p.m. is free time, play time, because I work during that time, so he can do that. Monday, free play, PE, okay, during these times, 3 till 3:30 p.m. We start working again, okay? And at this time, that should be our time to be done, so to speak. So we should be done by this time around 4 or 5 p.m. Remember that he has a big chunk of time here to be playing around, free play, correct? And in here we have, well, just getting ready to sleep. So it's off work, cooking, dinner, bath, read, story, bed. And by 8:30 p.m. he should be sleeping and just getting ready. This is the time that I take to prep everything prior. So what we are going to be using the next day, I just tend to have it ready. And we can read at night. So that's the time to go to sleep pretty much, okay? So this is the schedule for the Mondays. During Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Friday is the same schedule. Then I add history, science, writing, all of it. During Mondays, I get off my work a little bit early, so things tend to happen really quick, really fast. So that is the reason why you see that is a different schedule, a different day for us. The rest of them pretty much repeat. Now that you guys have an idea of how I am working my days, I will start planning. So the first thing that you are seeing in here is if I could ask God anything. This is the Bible program that we're using currently. It's just a book. He was using Prayers and Promises for Boys as well. This is the book that we start during the summer. If I could ask God anything. And we are just about to finish, so I would like to add here. I was not writing in this planner with my pen. I am doing this just so you guys can see what I am writing, because usually if you see me, I am doing everything in pencil, and it might look like cursive, it might look like sometimes I write in manuscript. So depends in my mood. I've been writing in cursive, so that's what you're going to be seeing. So if I could ask God anything, and this is the end for this week, okay, for this book. And I would like to add the pages in here. And I am adding there that we're going to start a new program because this book is ending. And we are on page 201. I usually review the previous page, so I will add in here that I will start 200 until 207. This is where the book ends. So for this entire week is from pages 200 207. So that is my plan. If we take a long time because for some reason he has a doubt, he didn't understand something, he wants to learn more about that certain topic in this book, then that week obviously will stretch. But usually it's been working very well, where I just add the pages like this for what we're going to be doing the entire week. And then when it comes to the weekly section, then I disclose how that is going to be happening, correct? And that's how I like to do it. But so far, that's how it will go. So now I will come to the week and I will be doing it like that so you guys can see. And I add the title. And this is a simple pen. If you noticed, I think my sister gave me this pen. It's a gym book pen. And this pen, I used to use them when I was in Puerto Rico with their notebook, gym book notebook. I don't know if these notebooks still exist, but that was one of my favorite notebooks when I was little, just to share that with you guys. So here I will add Monday. I add the days of the week at the top. And in here, I will add Bible. So I keep my same style when it comes to the planner. This is a ballpoint pen, and that's what I decide to look. I am not looking at what pens I use with my planner. I am not being picky with the type of pen that I am using for the planner. So I just grab whatever pen. So far, I've been using this pen and it's working very well. Planner is meant to be erased and just do what you need to be doing with your planner. I do like to plan in pencil because I can erase whatever we need to erase if we have to. But if not, it goes in pen, and I just use white out, which is right next to me. And I just use it and continue doing what I have to do, correct? If I have to erase, I just use my white out. I don't know if you guys can see it. And it's easy for me to use. This white out is from Office Depot, and this is the one I like to use. I have other whiteouts as well. When this one ends, obviously I will continue with the next one. You notice I add all that I need to add for the pages for Bible. This is what you can see there. And I will continue now with what will be language arts. And I will add here reading and spelling. And if you notice, I'm with a different pen because I stand up. I am cooking at the same time. And I don't know I add my other pen. I don't know where I put it. So that's what I am going to be doing. So reading and spelling will be right there. If you guys know, we are doing all about reading. This is our 4th year. So this will be our last book. And it's been working very well for us. We still enjoy all about reading, but I would like to say that I am glad that we are about to be done with all about reading. Not because I don't like all about reading, but because it's been 4 years, guys. I think that that's quite a lot of time. And I think we are ready to just say goodbye to all about reading. But we are going to continue working with all about reading. So right now we are doing all about reading level 4, and we are on lesson, let me just skip that there. We're on lesson 21. So read the Whistle Man. So this week will be a little bit of a review, but we should be able to jump this same week onto lesson 22. I would like to add lesson 21 here. So all about reading, we will add here that we're going to be doing lesson 21, continue. I do like to add the pages here, so I add something like this and I add the pages. So we are reviewing lesson 21, so that's from page 177 all the way till 190, all the way till 190. And what I do as well is that I just pass the page again and I add all of our reading here, the lesson that we're working with, which is 21, the Whistleman. If you see, I add already what we're going to be doing here with the Whistleman to the entire all of our reading. So you have review for these 2 days. I don't know if you guys can see that well. So you guys can see that I have review for these 2 days. And then I will just start a new lesson for the rest of the week. And here I am adding the extra materials or website. So we will do the reading box because we have the cards that we need to study, the phonogram cards and the word cards. So that is the reason why I am adding that there. If you notice that I am working so much with my planner, it's getting out of the view, sorry. It's because I have books on my side and I have books on the other side that I am using for planning. So that is what you're noticing right now. We are doing as well, and I have in here is Black Beauty. That's what we're reading so far. We read The Wild Robot and now we are reading Black Beauty as a read aloud. So I am adding these to this section of the reading because it's the all about reading prompt us to as well to do reading and poetry. So I have this book in here for Black Beauty, and I like to have it here with me. If you notice, for the previous week, let me just show you, I've been adding what we've been doing with Black Beauty and the pages that we've been working with. I don't know if you guys are able to see because it's getting dark in here and my light is lacking. So now what I will do is that I just add the pages in here. But now on this side of the weekly overview, I do like to add an estimate of what we are going to supposed to read for that week. So I will add in here Black Beauty, and I will add the pages. So I would like to look at the book, and we are currently pretty much about to reach the last chapters, correct? So now we are on chapter 25, and this is page 195. And I think for this week, we're going to be able to finish this entire book. So I will add 195 to 232. And that's how I like to have it, because it just gives me a rough idea on how we're going to be doing with with the book. Now that I am done with that, then I can start thinking about grammar, fixed grammar, and as well about spelling. So we change spelling programs and we're doing now traditional spelling. This is from Memoria Press. And I will give you guys a flip through the pages or look through the pages in a few days. I will have that video for you guys. But today I would like just to add what we're going to be doing for this week. This program goes a little bit different than with how we were working with All About Spelling, and I will explain that as well eventually. I would like to tell you guys how I am using this program. So far it's working well. Remember that I just start with the program, so I wouldn't like to say anything else besides that, but we start already with this program. So now I would like to add in here spelling. And you can see that it's lining. We have a really bad weather for today. But we were doing lesson 1. We start recently. And this is how it's looking. So we did already lesson 1. This is the teacher book. I finished already lesson 1 with him. He did the test already and everything, which is on day 5. They are supposed to have a test. I will explain eventually very well in detail how this program works. And it has as well a supplemental workbook and a practice sheet workbook. And I would like to add some of these to the mix just to make sure to review. So I was planning on doing with him the practice sheets for this week as well, just to give him a review, at least for Monday, probably have him doing the practice sheets. So I would like to add in here lesson 1 practice sheets there, and I will add page page 1, lesson 1 here. This is, lesson 1. This is page 4. Page 4 of the lesson 1. And I am not quite sure if I want to use the supplemental workbook with him. I have the feeling that I will like, because I feel like it just adds a little bit more to what he was learning. But I am not sure if I want to do these as after we have done a few weeks, and then kind of like do a master review where he has a week where he's just reviewing everything, or if I should do it as well with what we just did as a review right at the moment, just so he's able to understand better what he just did. So I am thinking about that. So far, I think I will leave it here like that. And I will just leave this blank for the space in case I would like to do that with him. And then just add what we will be working as well with this week, which will be lesson 2. I am not quite sure if I would like to do lesson 2 as well. I think I would like to do the supplemental workbook actually. And you will say decisions is always decisions. So far he's been having fun. I would like to add as well some games that are suggested in here with these books that I have here with my teacher book actually, and have a vocabulary sheet for him with all the words that are in here as well. So that is something that has been saving me money as well, because this program has vocabulary. Fixed grammar has vocabulary. Writing has vocabulary. So I don't need another vocabulary program separate from what we're doing already. So I think that will be obviously nice. And I think that I would like just to leave it like that, so I don't overwhelm him, and just use what we're using so far for vocabulary. So page 4, I would like to do page 4, pages 4 and 5. Obviously, both of them are not going to be done the same day. I would like to have him probably Monday and then Tuesday, and then the rest of the week maybe games. I'm not quite sure yet which one of the games. Would like to look at that now, so I have an idea of what I want to do with him. And there's suggestions for games all the way at the end, and that is something that I like as well. It's just the suggestions for the games. I still like to share with you guys how I am using this program very well, but just give you an overall idea of what we are doing so far. So here is the games. So he has type them, fancy letters, trace around, ABC order, sentence please, finger tracing, practice test, Scrabble. I think I would like to do the Scrabble. I would like to do maybe type them or say a spell. I think I would like to do Scrabble. Let me see if I am sure of that. I am not sure, you guys, what I want to do with him for games. I think a Scrabble. Let's look for something easy, huh? Let's see if it's true. Yeah, Scrabble. And I would like to do as well cry and resist. And while my kid is already a 6th grader, he still enjoys the games. So I think I would like to do those two so far for that week. Okay, so I have a spelling already here. So what I am going to do is that I am going to add in here spelling. And add the information that I add just there for spelling. So we are continuing working with lesson 1. I will add it there. And I would like to add what I just adding here, which will be the supplemental workbook. And apparently I cannot talk today. Supplemental workbook, and that will be page 4. Let me see how I can add this in here. Page 4. And it will use the practice sheets. And I think I did it wrong. I think the practice sheet is page 4, and then the supplemental is 5. Yep. So let me just switch things a little bit here. So here will be 5. No. Practice sheets is 4. Yeah, practice sheet is 4. And 5 for the supplemental workbook. And that's how I am going to be adding everything. So I will add, actually, I think I would like to do the 4 today only, and then the supplemental the next day. I think that's what I had planned. So let me just erase all these things in here. And that is the reason why you see me mostly using the pencil. But I don't have a problem with just erasing this whole thing, because it's not going to work like that. Let me see how I can fix these. Okay, that's what I am going to be doing. And this is for lesson 1 right there. And for the rest of the days, I would like to do for the spelling games. I add just what I add in this page. I just divide it during the days of the week, and it's just looking way better. So that is done. And let me see if I need any materials for the Scrabble. I need tiles to spell, so let's just add in here tiles, letter, and I will add in a section here wood, because I have some wood tiles that I would like to use for this activity, for the Scrabble. And we need crayon, so I will need a blank sheet of paper. Something that I am doing as well is that I purchase some of the other materials that we need for spelling, and I'm not quite sure if I am going to purchase the phonics book, classical phonics book, or if I am going to purchase the cards, the phonic cards. But I've been doing these. It's just I add these words that I've been using. These are the words that he's been spelling, and I identify them like that. And it's pretty much almost like spelling. You see where you chunk the words and you just identify them with the color, the ones that are consonants and vowels. So I just add them like these in these blank cards. There's nothing on the back. And that's how I've been using them. I will eventually explain very well how these will work, but this is what I am doing with my kid, correct? I am just using these ones so far. This is working very well with what we need to do with the program. So that is a spelling right there. So now I am going to be working with what will be our history. So I will actually this is writing and grammar. This is where fixed grammar will go. So let me just add that here. So this will be grammar and writing. So here I will be adding fixed grammar. Fixed grammar, we are on week 6 because we were on week 5 the previous week. If you notice here, day 1, day 2. So I will add in here week 6, day 1. And so far with fixed grammar, we've been working very well. It's been always working for us. I am so thankful for finding fixed grammar because it's been easy for us, especially because we do a lot of car schooling, and it's easy for us to do fixed grammar. It takes probably 10 minutes and we are able to work pretty well with it. He doesn't take long with fixed grammar. It's something that he is used to already. During our Fridays, we continue with first language lessons, and this is from the Well-Trained Mind. So I would like to add in here his fixed grammar and the first language lessons for the Well-Trained Mind. So here I will add grammar. And we are doing fixed grammar. We are on week 6, or we're going to be on week 6. Day 1 till 4. Okay. And that will be subject opener. That is what we're going to be talking about. And the next one is first language lessons. So I will add in here first language lessons. And we're going to continue with his Christmas cards. So I will add in here activity, Christmas cards. And that will be just for grammar. So I will go back in here. And if you notice, I have fixed grammar already added there for you guys. So this didn't take long. And here I will add the pages and what we're going to be doing, which is the activity. Christmas. As well, I added in here with the activities and extra materials because obviously we are using Christmas cards So that is the material that we are using. We haven't started with our writing program. Why? Because if you notice, I am introducing something new each week. So I am taking it slow. So that is the reason why you don't see anything in there for writing. So for right now, it'll stay grammar. I anticipate that probably for the next week, we will be able to start with what will be the writing. Okay. So now I am going to be adding in here math. And for math, we're doing Matthew C. And we are, let's see in which lesson we were the last one. I don't remember. Lesson 4, lesson 5. So we're still on lesson 5. So I will add in here lesson 5. And then I will add here the pages. So I will see, I think it will be lesson 5 till 6. Let's see how it goes. But so far, so let me just look in here. I have his Matthew C here. And he will be lesson 5. Yes, correct. So he did actually C and D. Then he will be doing the rest of the EFG. So he will be actually lesson 5. So let me just leave it lesson 5 there. And I will add the pages. So see, he will be doing, I have to review D until G. Okay, so far that's what is going to be happening. And then we have primary mathematics. And we are talking about money. So I will add the lesson there and the pages. So let me just look at that. I think I have it here. If not, I will have to leave it like that and probably add it when I have it here next to me. And I think that's what we're going to be doing. So here I am going to be adding math. And usually this doesn't take me this long. It's just because obviously I am recording this for you guys and I am explaining to you guys what I am doing. But usually planning doesn't take me this long. So Matthew C, I will add the lesson here and the pages. And this gives me enough space to do for primary mathematics. And I don't start primary mathematics, during Monday, because that's the day that I expressed to you guys that is very busy for me at work. So what I do is that I add primary mathematics right here. And then I add Matthew C. Lesson and pages. The same for primary mathematics, lesson and pages. And I think I made a mistake because usually I add this a little bit up so I have a clean space. And it will continue for the rest of the days. I am done already. So Matthew C, primary mathematics. Blocks, play money, Matthew C. We are on lesson 5. And we continue 5. So we have D, E, F, G. So 5G. And in here will be obviously the test. And that's how I like to do it. So it just gives me an idea of what we have to be doing. I will add in here as well test. So I remember that this week we are going to have a test. So I have to pay attention to these. So he knows and he's prepared. Next thing is that we are done with math already. So that's my plan for math for this week. We've been working very well with math, you see, and we've been working very well with primary mathematics. So now I will add as well financial literacy. And we do financial literacy on Fridays. What we do for primary mathematics is very simple. So I can do financial literacy. And usually we don't do primary mathematics on Friday, but there are some Fridays that we like to do it as well. So I would like to add primary mathematics, financial literacy, and we work already with part of the lesson, if you're noticing here. And now we are continuing with lesson 1. Let me just add in here. We're continuing with lesson 1. He did the store vocabulary. So now we're going to be doing shopping riddles. And these will be still for this same lesson that we are talking about. So this pretty much, I consider this lesson 1, and that's how I am dividing everything. But shopping riddles, and this will be page 23. And I think, let's see, I think that's it for that. Yes, and this is the next lesson. So this is all the first lesson. So shopping riddles will be for Friday, lesson 1. And I add as well play money here because we are using play money for when it comes to financial literacy. I am using debit cards that are old, that are mine, that no longer work, for us to just make these lessons come alive, correct? So that is what I am adding in here. So we've been working very well with that. Now I am going to be looking at what will be story of the world and our history. We are doing US history and a story of the world. So I would like to add in here history. We were the last time on chapter 4. So that is the last time we did chapter 4. Now we're going to be chapter 5. I am going to be adding the pages, and let's look in here. It also looks like we were here the last time. We finished these, and now we're going for chapter 5 and page 49 all the way until page 57 actually. And he's using as well the audiobook. He's been liking these. I knew he was going to actually like the audiobook, so I am excited about that he hasn't changed his mind. 49, again, I'm making a mistake in here. 49 until 57, if I am not wrong. Let's see. Yes, 57. So we will take this entire week to do story of the world, to show you guys, so you didn't have to see the whole process. I just added story of the world in here. I usually do 2 days for the same sub-theme. So 2 days from 49 till 53 is the first sub-theme, and the next one is 53 till 57, and is the second sub-theme. Now in here for Fridays, when we do the narration of all the chapters, so we review the entire chapter, and then he will give me the narration, and that's it. That's all for story of the world. Now when we do US history, so I will add in here US, and we tend to take it very slow. We are doing learning American story through literature. That's what we're doing. So what I do is that I take my time with that one because it's literature. So we are reading right now. We are on the first lesson, and we are reading Calico Bush, and it's a little bit complicated, just so to speak, because it's just so much to read. The language is a little bit complicated on this book. It's a different type of language. I mean, it's English, but it just sounds different. And it's taking us a little bit of time just to read this book compared to usually how long we take to read a book, which we end up with a book pretty fast. This one is taking us a little bit longer. So that is the reason why we continue with it. So we are on lesson 1, colonial times. We are hearing noise is because my son is watching TV. And we are doing Calico Bush. We're planning to watch a movie at some point, not yet, but it will be there. So lesson 1. And I will repeat the same for the rest of the days here during the week. I'm done with what is story of the world, what is US history. Everything is in here. I just need the books, so we know that already. And I am done with this side, with the history. So now I would like to tackle what is geography. So geography, don't know much about the 50 states. We are just reviewing. So we've been done with this one already, but we are reviewing. So what I am doing is that we are on Wisconsin. We did West Virginia, actually. I don't know why I haven't marked there. We did Wisconsin already, and we are just usually reviewing. So I review the previous one, and then we start with the 2 new, correct? So these are the last 2 of this program. So I will add in here geography. And we've been working with, don't know much about the 50 states, but if you notice, we're going to start with the new program for geography. And I just want him to make sure that he knows the 50 states prior I start teaching him anything else. 2 states that we have left. And now, after we finish with this program, we are going to start with the new one. So I will add in here new program. So that's how I planned this. If you notice, it took my whole page, and I am missing science, and I am missing as well Spanish. So here you have most of it. Usually I leave like a space in here so I am able to add. I am still missing obviously Spanish. I usually can figure out a space in here, but I guess because of the pressure of making the video, I forgot to make a little bit more of a space. But if you notice on the previous pages, you can tell that I have a big space still to work with, correct? So here I am missing science and Spanish, but I have my science paper in here, and I add science, skills, and elective, which will go Spanish in this space as well with the skills. You guys know that we are doing financial literacy, and we get that as a skills, and I decide to add the financial literacy where we do our math, but I think that at some point it will go here, and it will go just fill this little box for Friday. So far I will leave it there, but I think that's what I am going to be doing, because we are going to continue with primary mathematics. And if you notice, there's not a lot of space in here for me to add, and I don't like to abbreviate everything because sometimes I get confused. So I prefer to actually add whatever it is. And in that way, if I have to add something to his planner as well, then it's not so confusing. Anyway, so I will add science in here, and I already kind of calculate how much it was going to take us, correct? So I have in here that we are on lesson 1. We are doing pages 32 till 50 for the notebook and journal, and then we have the textbook 38 till 30 till 38. So that is what I am going to be adding in here, because the previous week we were on lesson 1. See, so we are continuing with that same lesson. So I will add here lesson 1, and that's what I will be adding in here. I will have to add that he needs to do activities. And I will be jumping towards electives. This is where Spanish is going to be going. We continue reviewing the days of the week, the alphabet. We are reviewing the vowels, and every time I add something new. So we learn the parts of the body. Every time I will add something new. I don't want to be specific with what we're doing for Spanish, because I have a video where I am going to be going into details in regards to that, because I've created some materials and I would like to share that with you guys. So you will see me that in here I probably will leave this blank. Okay, and for skills, I am having him always doing some type of chore as well. We are going to be doing sewing, so that is going to be added in here eventually, but so far I have him doing washing the dishes as well. I have him taking the trash. On Tuesday I have him dusting. This day usually I give it to him free. And in here I add again dishes. Clothes. Sometimes I put him to cook, so we might put cook in here today, even though usually I have him for him to help me with the cooking. Okay, and that's how I end with the planner for this section of the weekly. For geography, we are just reviewing the states. He is in the last one, so that is what is going to be going in here, and the rest will go for the next of the day. So that will be just review. Apologia is pretty much this entire week will be for this lesson, this next part of lesson 1, and that's how it will go. Here I usually like to add our goals, what I think, what I expect for him to do, what I expect to do for this week. So that's what I add in here. So I am expecting to finish the review of geography, and I am expecting as well to finish, well, actually I am expecting to do the spelling, and I am expecting as well to finish Bible. So those 3, that's what I would like to finish. I would like to start adding some Christmas materials, maybe like books, something like that. Nothing very into Christmas. I think that I would like to continue with what we are doing, because we start already late of what it was going to be our homeschool year. So I would like to keep it like that. And in here I will just go what we're going to be doing, the subjects that we're going to be doing for each day. And I might have some variation in here, but this video is getting quite long, so I will leave it here. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I just want to give you an idea on how we are doing with our materials. I wanted to give you a glance on how I am using this planner. If you notice, I am not being very picky with it. I might color something here and there. I might decorate something here and there. So far, I haven't done anything like that. If you notice, it's been very simple. I am even writing in pencil. Some days I do cursive. Some days I do manuscript. Some days I have pencil and pen. Depends on the mood in which I am. That's what I am doing. But I'm always making sure that I am marking and making sure that I take the time to plan ahead of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and if it is, please don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave them down below. I will see you then. Bye bye.